Dealing with returns and refund requests is not something I'd call pleasant, but sometimes we have to deal with it. In this video I will give you all the steps so you will feel more comfortable doing it and won't postpone dealing with the angry customer, which usually leads to a lot of bad and ugly comments spammed on the page and low star reviews, which scare tens of people who are deciding whether or not to order from us at this very moment. So far in the tutorial, I have explained to you all the methods we use to increase our sales, loyal customers, and reduce the number of order issues. I hope you only have happy customers, but issues always happen. So let's look at the most common issue scenarios we and you will have to deal with. The customer has received a product with a defect, or he is not happy with the product for any other reason and ultimately wants to return it. In this case, we always follow the following procedure. First, excuse yourself for the mistake which you have done. Don't blame it on the company because it sounds weak. Calm down the customer and convince him that we want to deal with the issue as best as we can for both sides. Ask them to provide photos and be sympathetic with their feelings. Next, suggest partial refund or large discount for their next order, depending on how bad the defect is, ranging from 20% to maybe 60% discount, and hope that they agree, because in this case you only have to take their bank details and send them to Alina to process the refund. If they still want to return the product, don't want to compromise, you will have to explain that they need to go to an office, send it back to us, which will take almost a week, and if the fault is theirs, they will have to cover for the shipment. If the fault is ours, we will cover for the shipment. After they return it, it takes about a week until we can confirm if the returned product is what we expect and issue the refund. Generally, you can follow the procedure for a specific country, which you can find in the help section in the system. But be aware that processing such an issue takes many conversations and coordination. That's why it usually takes about 2 weeks to complete. If the customer wants to exchange for a larger size or smaller size, and the size difference is intolerable for them, which should happen very, very rarely, because we help you recommend the correct size in the order creation process. There's also a table with weight and height sizes under the create order form. You should know about it and check it out. The only solution is to return the product to the warehouse and ship a new one, obviously. Usually we want to check that the product is in its original condition before we send out the replacement or the refund, because sometimes people just send back a different product altogether, or it's washed and ruined somehow so we cannot resell it. But if the customer is a VIP and generally friendly, nice person, I suggest we can make an exception for them so they don't have to wait so much. If the customer is trustworthy, tell him we can trust him and we're going to make an exception for them, and we can send the replacement size before we receive the return, but after they've shipped it back to us, so we are sure that it is at least traveling to us. This will make him feel even better, and we might even turn the issue into a positive, loyal customer story. Have fun!